Very good morning to all of the students here. Today we are here to discuss a very important aspect, that is CUET. That is, the full form is we are talking about Central University Entrance Test, which will be starting this year. As all of you might be aware, and many of you might be having a lot of doubts as to what is going to come in the paper, what is the syllabus regarding it. So today I'm going to give you a very brief introduction regarding the English paper. Now, as each one of you who's going to appear for the CUET, which is a common university entrance exam for more than 25 universities across India, now English paper is there in which you will be asked around 50 questions. Now, in those 50 questions, the minimum questions that you have to attempt, children, are 40. So you do not have to attempt 30, 35, 45, 50. You do not have an option. Very clearly, you only have to attempt 40 questions, and the rest of the questions you can leave easily. Now, what are those 40 questions? What is going to be asked in the paper, and what all and so forth? Today we'll discuss in this first video, and as we move on to the next video, we will be discussing certain passages and how to attempt that. Now, in the CUET paper, there is nothing much that is going to be covered, but they are going to check you on your English ability. Now, what is the English ability that they are talking about? They are only going to judge you by the comprehension passages which they have given to you. Now, the comprehension passages which they will give you would be up till class 12 level, because they want to check your aptitude of English. So they want to check the passages up to class 12 level. Now, what do you understand by the word comprehension? Comprehension basically means to understand what is written in the passage and to find out answers to those particular questions. Now, when we are talking about answers to those particular questions, as I discuss further right down, now the passages could be of any kind. The passages could be factual, the passages could be literary, the passages could be narrative. Now, this seems a little bit confusing as to what are the three types of passages which will be asked and what are the questions which are going to be put across. Now, there is nothing to feel afraid, because the passages are going to be of a general level, and then I'll be also giving you certain tips and tricks to solve the questions, to comprehend the passage and to get down to the answer in the shortest way possible. The first paper that you have is of your reading comprehension of English, which is compulsory for every one of you, which is one of the languages paper. And the comprehension will not only check your ability to understand the passage, but it will also test your ability of vocabulary. So you should be having a decent amount of vocabulary so that you're able to pick out the meaning of synonyms, antonyms, idioms and phrases, etc. from the passage. At the same point of time, the passage may also ask you questions related to grammar. So the questions could be of any part. The questions could be of noun, pronoun, parts of speech, determiners, anything for that matter, or for that matter, even figures of speech. Now, before wasting any further time, today I'm going to discuss the two easiest passages for you, and I'm going to discuss certain questions with you so that you are able to find out what are the kind of passages which may be asked. And once we move on to the next video tomorrow, you will find that the passages get a little bit harder as we move on further. So without any further ado, let's move on and see what is the first passage. Now, the first passage here is what is known as, children, as a factual passage. Now, what is a factual passage? As the word says, fact. So anything which is based on facts, that is where we are talking about a factual passage. Now, if you look at the passage, you will see that the passage may be around 400 to 500 words. And since you have a limited time to answer, the best way to go around for a comprehension passage is that you move across to the questions and try to see what are the questions which are given to you. Now, since the paper is going to be an MCQ based, you can see here what are the questions. The question says, Chewang Norfil was a retired civil engineer, retired schoolmaster, retired army officer, or a working journalist. Now, if I go back to my passage, I see that what is it that I'm fondly talking. I find here that fondly called the glacial man, Mr. Novel has designed over 15 artificial glaciers. So what do I find that the answer is? Is he a retired schoolmaster or a working journalist? No. Is he a retired army officer? No. But he is a retired civil engineer. Similarly, if I move on to the next question, it says, what is Ladakh? A cold plain, a temperate desert, a cold desert, or a humid desert? And if you move back to your passage, you will see that the second passage is saying Ladakh is a cold desert. So there itself, you have the answer, a cold desert. Similarly, you can move on to the rest of the questions and get on to the answers. Now, let us discuss about the next type of passage, which is known as a narrative passage. Now, what is a narrative passage that we are talking about? Narrative passage means that I am talking about anything which I am narrating to my friends, families, members, etc. So it is not something which needs to be talked about as per facts. It is my own experiences that I'm talking. Another kind of passage that I'm talking about is a literary passage. Now, literary is coming from the word literature, which means that a poem has been picked up from Shakespeare's work and it has been put in the passage, or there is a play and a part of the play has been put up and it has been moved on. So now if I look at this passage, let me move on to the questions and see. Now, if you look at the question, it says second point 2b part, the synonym of the word flourishing is what? Prospering, expecting, perspiring, and succeeding. And the word flourishing is given in paragraph 2. Flourishing, our limitations flourishing, and trying to make our dreams come true is great. So what do you think is the answer to it? Unless and until you do not have the vocabulary, you will not be able to get the answer, where the answer is prospering, where it means like a flower, it is blooming. If I move on to the next question, the correct verb form of the word perseverance is persevere or persevering. Now, all of you have studied verbs and tenses till class 10, and you have seen that V1 plus ing means that we are talking about a verb form. So the answer is going to be persevering. So the passages can be of three kinds, where it could be factual, where it could be narrative, or it could be literary. And like I discussed, the options that are going to be given to you, you need to look at the options and try and eliminate as many answers as possible to it. So you need to have a good vocabulary for it. And tomorrow, once we move on to the next video, tomorrow we are going to discuss the next two passages in detail, because today I only wanted to give you an introduction of what to expect in the English paper and have a brief idea. I hope all of you enjoyed the lecture, and thank you and have a great day and all the best for you.